Hola amigos, today we have here a MacBook Pro. The problem is the battery. So when I plug it into the charger, as you see like this, let me flip it back. When I plug it into the charger, you see the green light. So it starts charging, and once I turn the computer on, it turns on normal, as you see. Alright, so it's on. So but once I remove the charger, the battery, even if it stays a long time on the charge, so once I remove the charger like this, it turns off. So I think the problem here is the battery. So I already got a new battery here. I ordered it online. So they sent me these two screwdrivers. They are very special, and this is the battery. I will show you the other battery inside, and I will show you how to open this computer to replace the battery on it. So this is my homework for today. So let me fix the camera right here. So the first thing I'm gonna do, I will open this computer first and remove the battery and put the new battery on it. So to open this computer, we will need these two screwdrivers. One of them is, I think it's T3. So anyway, so you just need to, when you are like trying to open, if the screwdriver fits inside, that's good. If not, try the other one. If you feel like the screwdriver is not like beating on the screw, for example this one, it's good. Try not to like just keep turning the screwdriver to open, because these screws, they are really easy to strip, and if you strip one screw here, you're stuck. You cannot open this computer, and you will need like special skill to open a stripped screw. By the way, you can watch my other videos. I have some videos about how to open a stripped screw. So now I'm removing the screws. Make sure again to not use any screwdriver. Believe me, I use sometimes I use like three or four screwdrivers. None of them is like the right one. And when you strip a screw on this computer, you're gonna stuck there. You cannot finish the repair because you cannot open the back cover. Same thing for other devices. Anyway, if you have like a stripped screw, you can like just go to my channel and Google, check my channel. I have some videos about how to open stripped screwdriver. So I removed all the screws from here. So now I will just like lift up this back cover, put it aside. The screws are here. I'm just gonna put them like a little bit away from me. And this is battery. So to open the battery on this computer, we need to disconnect it first underneath this sticker. we have the battery connection. So lift up this. Okay, and the battery connection is right here. Just lift it up, and now the battery is disconnected. So the second thing I'm going to do, I will open the screws which are holding this battery. Alright, so the first thing before I go ahead and replace the battery, what I did, I disconnect this battery. Okay, and I connect the new battery. As you see, I just connect the cable. I didn't touch anything. I disconnect the battery which is glued here, and this is the connection. And after that, I connect the new battery to this. I plug the battery to the motherboard. And now what I'm doing, I'm just waiting before I go ahead and remove the whole thing from here. I'm testing this battery because I don't want to mess up this battery if the new one is not gonna work. So I'm just gonna keep the same thing. So yeah, so I plug it in charge. I plug it in charge now. As you see, the computer is on, and if you see, it's like upside down. It's 37%. It's right here, the battery. I'm just gonna leave it for a couple minutes. After I see like it's 40% charged, I will disconnect the charger, which is right here. I will disconnect the cable, this one. And if the computer stays on, that's a good sign, because with the other battery, once I disconnect the charger, the whole computer shut off. So let's wait like a couple more minutes and see what's gonna happen. So guys, yeah, I see that the battery is going up. As you see now, it's upside down, but it's 43%. It was in the beginning 35%. And I noticed something. The battery was like reached to 40%, and after like a while, I see that it's going down. Even if it's still plugged on the charge like this, it was like going down till 38. So I was like wondering what's going on. So what I did, I just pushed the power button here, and I turned the light. I turned the light off and leave it for a couple minutes. And after that, I see that it's going up now. All right, so it's 44. I'm just gonna wait. I don't wanna like risk to replace the battery without making sure that it's gonna work 100%. So what I'm gonna do now, I will disconnect. As you see, the computer is on. I will disconnect the charger from here, and if the computer shut off completely, that means it still have the same problem. But if it stays on, that means I just need to leave the battery here in charge for a couple maybe like another 20 minutes till I see like it's more than 75, just to be in the safe part. So let's disconnect this battery, the charger. It's here. All right, as you see, it disconnected and the computer is still on, and it's 45%. So okay, as you see, it shows like 49% just suddenly like this. Oh my god, it's something wrong with this battery. So maybe because the charger got disconnected, and just the computer gives the exact power on it. So let me plug it back into the charge. As you see, I plug it back and it's charging here. It's 48. So let's wait more. I just want to make sure that the battery is gonna work like 100% perfect before I go ahead and replace, because replacing the battery, it's kind of sucks. So if I didn't if I just remove that battery, it will be like damaged from the bottom, and because the computer is for a customer, I don't want to like damage the battery and put my new battery on it, and it's gonna be, if it's the same problem, if the same problem persists, that means I have to take my battery off and put the customer battery which is already damaged. So I don't want to do that, so let me wait till I make sure. Alright my friends, as you see, the battery is now 70%, and now I'm gonna disconnect the cable. Computer is still on, so I'm gonna just go ahead and start replacing the battery. Alright, so what I'm gonna do now, I will turn off this computer. Shut down. Okay, it's off. After that, I will disconnect the new battery. New battery is disconnected. I will put it aside. First I need to make sure that I have the right battery, by the way. So I have this cable here. It has like lock. Let me use like some plastic to open it. It has a lock here. Just lift it up. I'm gonna use my nail. Alright, as you see here, this black lock need to be open. So I did open it. Now I'm just gonna pull this cable. I'm gonna pull it back. I will use the tweezers. These kind of tweezers. Alright, so I lift it up. I have two screws right here. I have one here and one right here. So these two screws need to be open. Okay, once I put the screwdriver here, it looks like it turns empty, it's not fitting on the screw. So which means I need to use another screwdriver. And this one is good. By the way, this is the first time I'm replacing the battery on this MacBook, so we need to be like very careful and make sure we don't damage anything. So you have this small bracket here. I think it's for the touchpad. Let me get the right screwdriver for it. I'm talking about this pad here. So this pad has like 4 screws, 1, 2, 3, 4, and in the bottom we have 2 more screws. So I'm gonna remove this, just flip it back, and after that I will go ahead and continue the repair. So I will need also the T4 screwdriver to open these screws here. Please guys, please watch the whole video first, and after that follow up the steps. Don't just like follow up with me like step by step like this one. You need to check everything, to watch all the video before you start it. So there are 4 screws here. All right. So now I'm gonna try to flip this to the back, if I can. I hope I don't damage anything. Alright, so what I'm gonna do, I will remove the screws from here. There are like 2 more screws here in the bottom, one exactly here and the other one here. Use the correct screwdriver. And while you are taking the screws, make sure you put them organized. Don't mix them with the other ones. So what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to slide this plastic underneath the battery and see if I can remove it easy. I know that I have to use like some kind of liquids like alcohol or acetone or whatever, but let me try first using only this plastic. No, so this plastic by itself is not gonna work, which means I have to put this kind of liquid here underneath. Alright, as you see, I remove one of these batteries. So what I'm using, the liquid I'm using here, I'm using this one. Let me show you. Go off or goof off, and I'm just like, I just put some here, and I'm just soaking this inside, just the plastic inside, and I slide it underneath the battery. Seems like it's useful. Alright, I remove the other cell. I'm gonna do the same thing on this side here. And for the middle ones, I have to be very, very careful because there is the touchpad is in the bottom, so I don't want to mess up something there. Let me remove these ones, and I will figure out how to remove the two in the bottom, these two cells here. At the end of this video, I will show you all the tools you're gonna need, and I make a list so you can, before you start this repair, you will be aware of all the steps and all the things you need, so you're not gonna stuck in the middle of the repair. Alright, I almost removed the other battery. Alright. Alright, so this battery is removed also. So now I have these 4 cells out, and I will need to remove these 2 more. So I will just start from this side. Look, this plastic, it becomes like really weak, so I will cut it a little bit. I will use this one. So we start from here. Hopefully I'm not gonna damage anything here. I'm really scared because the touchpad is in this side. I don't want to mess up anything here. By the way, this is a customer computer, and usually when you are working on a customer computer, you need to let him be aware of any damage, because if something happened during the repair, he may want you to pay for his device. Yeah, some customers I said, yeah, some customers, they may give you some hard time. This is the most critical part on this repair. I'm just like sliding this plastic underneath the battery, and I'm really afraid to damage anything, something here. So I keep sliding this plastic underneath the battery, soaking it on this liquid here.